Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I'm proud to rise to speak in support of the motion brought forward by my colleague, the member for Oxford. And I bring two perspectives this afternoon to the debate, Speaker, not only as the MPP for Whitby Oshawa, but as the past chairperson for the Health and Social Services Committee at the region of Durham, where housing was one of the main issues that we discussed within that committee. But what's clear in the discussion of the motion before us is that Ontario is facing a housing affordability crisis, but over the last year, Speaker, the government has done nothing to move forward the Housing Services Corporation Accountability Act that would have helped. It would have helped, Speaker, stop waste and abuse of affordable housing dollars. Now, the government is quick to do photo ops on housing, but when it comes to a bill that could save millions of dollars intended for affordable housing, they drag their feet. And in the course of that, they're ignoring families that are on the waiting list. As my colleague pointed out in his comments from Oxford, the Ontario Nonprofit Housing Association released their annual waiting list. And this is not the first time they've done that, Speaker. They do it every year. And again, it showed that there's now approximately 172,000 families waiting for affordable housing. And the wait list has increased by 40%. 40%, Speaker. And the government has had 13 years to fix the wait list. Yet, this afternoon and now, we have the highest wait list for affordable housing that there's ever been. You cut through it all, life is just simply harder under the Liberals. And that is resulting in more and more vulnerable families being unable to put a proper roof over their heads. And what these families need, Speaker, is a government who understands the importance of keeping life affordable and making sure that taxpayers' dollars are actually used to provide the support that people need. This government's policy, Speaker, from spiraling hydro rates and higher taxes are simply making life more expensive. It's just making life more expensive. Making life more expensive for seniors. It's making life expensive for all aspects of the community. The only real measure that we have seen from this government is that every year the wait list for affordable housing hits a new record high, and it's increased every year. Now, while on my feet, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the member for Oxford's tireless work on this file. And it's a difficult file, and it's a complex file. And yes, it does include municipalities, and it did include the region of Durham in the course of developing its affordable housing strategy. And we had so much optimism when the government introduced the long-term affordable housing strategy and spoke about the timing of bringing forward the Housing Services Accountability Act in parallel and within a similar track, but it simply hasn't happened. But the member for Oxford has repeatedly pushed the Liberal government to end the misuse and waste of housing money by the Housing Services Corporation. Speaker, what's clear is that the constituents in Whitby Oshawa have sent a strong message in the recent by-election to the government, that they're tired of their failed policies which lead to longer wait times, watered-down services, waste, and mismanagement. One of the main issues that I deal with, Speaker, in my constituency office is housing. It's affordable housing and the wait list. And it crosses all sector of my community, and I'm sure it does yours too, Speaker. Speaker, as I said at the outset of my remarks, I'm proud to stand in support of the member for Oxford's motion, and I encourage, Speaker, that all members in the House support his important work. The crux of what he's asking for is a broader engagement of all sectors that are affected by the lack of affordable housing. Again, Speaker, broader consultation is required, and I would encourage all members in the House to support his important work and bring back this legislation to the Standing Committee on Social Policy, of which I'm a member, And thank you very much.